Hi, I'm Tom, welcome back to another classic Quake retrospective. Today we're here with a semi-final game between Dahang and Rapha from Dreamhack Summer 2012. This is a fun tournament. Weird lineup of players, not the strongest European presence. These are the end days of Quake Live. There was no strengths at this tournament, there was no cooler, so lots of the top European guys, no Avec. These guys, they were doing other stuff. Maybe 2012 it was even Shoot Mania, maybe not. But either way, Dahang and Rapha made the trek over. And of course, it's not a Quake Live event featuring Dahang and Rapha unless they meet in the semi-final. This is the experience. We're on Dahang's point of view here, Furious Heights. We've had a lot of blood runs on this channel lately, so I thought it'd be good to mix it up. Mega Spawn, Yellow Armor. Dahang wants to get a lightning gun, and he also really wants to not eat a rail while he does so. Beautiful. Rapha has this railgun advantage. He'd love to hit a rail across the map, and is maybe going to do so imminently. Looking for this shot. Dahang, I would say baits it out, but he just kind of stands still, and he's able to leave the room and get into this red armor with position, with the lightning gun. Rapha playing that top position, is just looking for the exit shot to make his life easier coming into this mega, and Rapha's going to have a really hard time if he wants to defend this mega health. Dahang coming in looking for damage, and he's going to catch it. Rapha in a really cheeky position there. Dahang actually read exactly what Rapha wanted really well, right? Rapha looking to just make the shot. Oh, and Rapha clutches out that lightning gun fight. Really close, tight fight for both players. Nice bit of movement, nice attempt at some juking and some dodging. Dahang knows that Rapha wants to hit a shot here, but Rapha also doesn't have much HP, so he's going to be playing off of that 50 health bubble. He's going to be trying to hit a shot as Dahang comes in towards this mega, does so, again, really nice. You can always rely on Rapha to be in the right kind of position to hit a shot like that, and then get away. Now we're gonna probably see these items split. I don't think anyone wants to push the issue too hard here. Dahang already a frag down at the start of this map, and a frag down in a really frustrating way. Now, Mega. Dahang sits down at the bottom of the map for a second longer. He's gonna come through this teleporter. He doesn't go for the Mega. He just tries to walk out of this room, and he takes a pretty bad shot on the way out. There's a 50 HP there to stack him back up, and he's probably gonna go, just around to this kind of grenade launcher position. He can't do anything at this red, surely. He's just got to be thinking about, this lower yellow armor. He can't really take it because Rapha's going to be there. Rapha comes through this way instead, flying down that corridor. Really great opening here for Rapha. He's going to jump down, takes a fair little tickle of the lightning gun on the way, but gets himself a nice second frag. And this is a pretty rough start for Dahang. You don't want to be 2 frags down in the first 2 minutes on this map. You don't want that on any map, but especially this map. Can snowball pretty hard. Now that's pretty devastating. Dahang, I don't know what he was looking for necessarily there. He didn't have, well, I guess just with rockets you can do a fair bit at red. Anyway, the items get split off, but Dahang is fighting for his life. He wants to chance things here, and goes down yet again. Maybe a little frustrated. The delay spawn there gives me a hint that maybe he's a little frustrated. He also doesn't want to just respawn into a spawn frag from Rapha. This can be a really bad map for spawn frags, and Rapha, of course, knows exactly where to look for them. But I feel like Dahang probably a little bit frustrated right now. Looking to cut Rapha off crossing from red to mega here. Rapha comes not the way that Dahang expected. Dahang's hit the better damage up front, but again, he's not going to be able to hang around here. Any damage he does here, he's just risking taking more himself. Now, he hits a couple of really nice shots here, actually. Dahang clutches quite a lot playing around these pillars, and he's going to commit at this red, and this is Dahang's moment. He can get this item, he's done a lot of damage, he's hit way more with these rails than you would expect, and Dahang, he hasn't wrenched the map away from Rapha. Dahang's still lacking this lightning gun that could be potentially significant. He should have the opportunity to pick that up now, and, red, probably the item to play for here. Dahang looking for Rapha to set up a position in between both items, right? Because Rapha right now, he wants to do damage on Dahang's item and then pick something up. This is a nice catch. Rapha in a really awkward position. Dahang, he's got the rail and the cleanup. Beautiful play here for Dahang. He read out exactly where Rapha wanted to be. Like I said, Rapha trying to damage Dahang's item, then pick up his own. Maybe a little greedy given how close the stacks were. And so Dahang able to finally get himself a frag on the board. I think Dahang's actually playing this really solidly. A couple of moments of maybe impatience, a little bit of frustration potentially, but overall he's done a good job to hang on here, and he picked a great moment to push the issue. And actually get himself on the board. Now with this red, can he get into Mega in time? He knows there's not a huge rush. He can afford to be a little bit slow, a little bit quiet. Try and actually, catch Rapha maybe with an opening rocket, some kind of good opening damage while he has this advantage. And Rapha, of course, being Rapha, he wants to hear this item, he wants to know what's going on, he wants to stick his head in maybe, and unfortunately he gets smacked with a pretty bad rail. This is a great Rapha moment. you know, such a huge disadvantage, able to hit these crazy shots, gets away, it takes a little bit of damage, but not too much. Dahang actually drops down for his armor. I thought he was going to go straight around and look for the shot onto the yellow. And here's Rapha. Again, not the strongest position here for Rapha. He's committing to a fight around this yellow. He doesn't want to just give everything up on the map, and he's stayed alive really effectively here. That's a really crazy rocket. That's insane. Again, you know, only Rapha could make that work. Committing a fight to a yellow armor and then flipping that around into a really clutch frag, insane. Absolutely insane. Now, luckily for Dahang, he did a fair bit of damage. Rapha, you know, he didn't have all the guns potentially, let alone a strong stack, so Dahang is able to get this red off of the spawn without much contest. He's able to get himself all the guns, and he's going to be playing pretty much the same game he would have if he hadn't have died just then. It's not much of a reset. Nice position here for Rapha. You don't want to just eat these rails, you know, too unnecessarily. Dahang gets back up to 100, 200. Rapha probably not going to be here for this shot. Dahang looking to catch Rapha maybe at a yellow armor right now. He's not there. And this, you know, Dahang, he thinks Rapha is going to be up somewhere around this position, because this is where Rapha wants to be. He wants to stop Dahang getting a really strong position for this next rotation of the items. This red isn't going to do much for Dahang here. He actually just lets it go, and he's looking to catch Rapha as he comes through his teleporter. Doesn't get the lightning gun catch before Rapha gets across, but this lightning gun is huge. Amazing accuracy, just kind of glues onto the middle of him there, picks up the frag. You know, Dahang manages to not get the catch he wants, but still hit everything and pick up a really nice frag. So that's a great moment, a great catch. He's going to be rewarded with yet another frag, surely. Surely Rapha doesn't get away from this. Dahang at the very least going to win himself a red. Rapha comes out, actually a decent little bit of damage. Not heaps, but you know, like it just feels like a little bit more. It's more than I'd hit in that situation. That's not much to say. So Dahang, right now his job is to stop Rapha just stacking back up with all these weapons. It's to catch him moving in an awkward position, kind of like this. That's a nice little move. Red's going to be up. Rapha manages to cross into this room. That forces Dahang to come in here after him. He doesn't want Rapha to get a free mega. Dahang really desperate to get a frag now. If he can get this frag now, it's going to be pretty good for him. He might actually just drop for it, and he could probably drop here and try and get red and then get back to mega. Now, I don't know where Rapha spawned exactly. Okay, so he's going to let mega go, and that's okay. You probably could have pressed it there and tried to get to mega. You do risk running into the rocket spawn, I guess, maybe. Or the lightning gun, but I don't think either of those are particularly scary. Maybe Dahang just more concerned with taking the lower yellow route, because that means that Rapha can't get a rail. Or if he does get a rail like this, he's stuck in this room and Dahang can get something of a punish. Now Rapha gets off pretty scot-free there, but potentially Dahang could have punished that more, right? Not that Dahang did anything wrong in that situation, more just, you know, if things play out a little differently. And in Quake, I think there's a lot of situations where you have to play like that. You know, you're in a situation where if your opponent makes a wrong step, you can really own them, or they're in an awkward spot and there's a chance, and if you don't do it now, so I'm getting way too sidetracked on this, because we have another really critical fight here. This is maybe the 4th or 5th really big fight that we've seen up, you know, in that kind of 50 HP area. Both these players vying for that position because of the control it gives them towards these items. Dahang, he knows that Rapha probably actually doesn't have the stack to hang around for this mega, certainly not if he's going to go down to that second rail. Rapha really desperate here, it feels, to just do something to stop Dahang steamrolling control on this map. Now, Rapha, you know, giving up this frag with 2 minutes on the board, and goes down. He thinks Dahang's gone to red. Dahang says no. He knows that Rapha wants to get in towards that rocket, and beautiful little rocket of his own to shut it down. Another great catch. Dahang, you know, looking to rapidly tie up, well, extend his lead even further, I should say. And Rapha, how is he going to pull this one back? You know, you're basically just getting spawn fragged right now. Rapha, he probably can't make a play at this red. He's done damage. He's done more damage than you would maybe, again, expect to take. But Dahang gives up red. He's gonna have a yellow armor and a mega. Oh, but Rapha has the rails, and this is the clutch moment. This is something Rapha does so well, right? With a minute on the clock, he has to commit to that item, pretty much. He can't afford to just sit around and let Dahang take it and wait for the next rotation. There's not really going to be a next rotation, so this is Rapha with the chase. 1 minute to go. How does Dahang play this to hold on to his 2 frag lead? So red is going to kind of be up about now. Dahang, this is a scary place to be. He's going to be using sound cues. He's going to be just trying to stay completely out of sight. Can he wait out this last minute? He needs some armor to his name to make him survive, you know, more than a rocket and a tickle. And this is it. Dahang just has to run. Rapha surely hot on his heels. And it looks like Dahang's got away with this. Just, you know, moonwalking back out through this lightning gun. He's going to wait it out. Rapha, he's just looking in the wrong places. He's probably at rail right now thinking, where is this guy? And that's it. Rapha drops. He knows he has to make something happen right now. There's no time. There's no time. I'm sorry, Zoot. That's it. Dahang's going to take this one over Rapha. Rapha does get the frag in the final moments, but that was a really crazy game. You know, looking at these item pickups, you really can see Dahang just had a really good grip on those yellows. But that's close. That's a really, really close split of items. These guys played it really well. I really enjoyed that game. I didn't realize how close that one was going to be. I love watching these guys play, right? You know, both two top American players. They practice together a lot, and they always have something good to bring to the table when they clash. Unfortunately, Dahang usually the one to lose these semi-final games. But yeah, I don't know what it is, right? It's a thing. I don't know how many times they've met in semi-finals in tournaments, but it's always the semi-final. I don't know if there's ever been a big Rapha Dahang final. If I'm wrong about that, let me know. Anyway, and also my Zoot There's Still Time reference was because I'm pretty sure this was commentated by Zoot. Alright, so thank you so much for tuning in. This has been another classic Quake retrospective. If you're enjoying these, please let me know. Please let me know any games you want me to cover, because I've got a big folder full of demos. Thousands and thousands of demos, and it's hard to know which one to pick sometimes, so I just kind of throw a dart at a board. I like these players, let's talk about them today, you know, so if you have suggestions to help guide what I do, I'd love to hear it. Alright, that's enough rambling, cheers, and I'll see you next time.